What's up, guys? Can Bitcoin break 60,000 and where does it go if we do? We're going to take a look at that. What if we get rejected there? We'll also take a look at that. We're going to be taking a look at the Dow Jones, the dollar index, gold, and silver. Looking at our targets for those. Everything seems to be playing out beautifully. Let's take a look at it. Don't forget, we got a free Discord group. There's a link in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. And don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you scroll down, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, and leave your comment down below. That'll get you entered to win. I'll pick a random comment from a random video on Monday. Also, make sure you tick that notification bell and share the video if you enjoy the content. All right, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So, as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, we've been watching this rising broadening wedge here. I am still expecting the possibly coming down to retest this bottom trend line. If this bottom trend line breaks, I think Bitcoin would be in huge trouble. As of right now, depending on how long it would take to get down here, would be around 46,000 if we go that direction. If we can break 60,000 here, we could be headed up to around this 62.8 to 65,000. I'll show you the targets in the smaller time frames, but as of right now, this is what we're watching. Like I said, if we break this bottom trend line, it could get ugly. But if you notice here, from this peak to this peak, we've made lower highs, and if we look at the RSI, we've made higher highs. That is bearish. It's actually hidden bearish divergence. We are in a downtrend as of right now from this top. So keep an eye on that. Although we could get that other leg up, like I said, if we do break 60,000, I'm looking for at least 62.8 to 65,000. We'll also take a look at the bearish case. Taking a look at the 1-hour chart, we've been watching this for a while. This looks like a rising broadening wedge right here. And as you can see in the 1 hour, I'm going to zoom in and take a look at this. As you can see, we made higher highs in the price action, and we are straight across on the RSI. That is exaggerated divergence. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Also, our 8 EMA on the hourly is about 58,655. We could get up and retag this trend line one more time. So keep an eye on that. That's going to be right around the $59,700 to $60,000 range. If we do break up above that, test it for support. I think that would be a great place for a long. Just put your stops in just below. Otherwise, if we get major rejection here, continue getting rejection. We possibly coming down to retest the bottom of this rising broadening wedge. That's gonna be around the 56,000, somewhere in that range. We'll take a closer look in the 15-minute chart. And so these are the targets. I know it looks kind of messy, but I'm going to explain what all of this is. We just discussed the hidden, or the, actually, on the 15-minute, we got bearish divergence. We got lower highs in the price, or in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. But let's clear that up. Looking at the thick white trend lines, looking at this as a falling channel. If we took a measured move of that, this is the very, very bullish case. Take a measured move of that to where we broke out. We did come back down to test it, broke down below it a little bit, but that would get us up to about 65.7, somewhere in that range. I'm not convinced of that yet, unless we can break this top trend line here. There's a few different ways to look at this. We could look at this as an inverse head and shoulders right here. And if that was the case, we'd take this measured move from the peak of the head right here all the way up to the neckline, and we would put it to, if we were to break out, that also gets us up to about that 62.7 range. So that does measure up, but we have to break above this at the 59.7 to 60,000 range, depending on if and where it broke. Otherwise, like I said, I expect rejection, possibly coming all the way back down to the $56,000 range. And if that breaks, we get a measured move right around this 51.6 to 51.5 range. Another way to look at this, if we're looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, another target would get us up to right around 63.7 to 64,000. But again, until we break this, it's going to remain neutral. But if we keep getting rejected here, I do believe we come back down. Our first point of support, if we do come down from here, it's going to be this old trend line here. And it's going to be somewhere around the $57,000 range. We'll break below that, we're headed towards the possibly $55,700 to $56,000 range. Keep a close eye on this. I know everybody's really bullish. Just be careful, guys. Anything can happen at this point, and yeah, just be really careful. Like I said, there is some major bearish divergence right here. The RSI does seem to be resetting. We are falling faster in the RSI. Looks like we will get that little push up, possibly test that 60,000 range. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like the other exchanges. And you can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all on this one platform. It's set up nicely. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their platform and all their other stuff they have on it, like co-vesting and turbo. Definitely check it out if you haven't. You can use my promo code Savy50. Will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Also, they have you can set up multiple charts on one screen if you don't have multiple monitors. Even if you do, to have extra charts is always good. Put different time frames or different assets, whatever you want to do. But anyways, check them out if you haven't already. I have links down below to the exchanges and other affiliate links down there. If you want to start a crypto IRA, there's also, if you need a hard wallet, I got links down there for that too. You get a discount using my links, and it also helps the channel out. So let's look at this. So we've had this up here. I added these parabolic trend lines the other day. And if you notice, we have the fib channels in here. You can see where we got rejected back here, over here in 17. Right now, we're getting rejected on this 0.236 fib. And if we zoom in here and look at the parabolic trend line, we did break down from it. We could come back up and retest it. And that's going to be around that $65,000 range. That would also test this fib. Now, I get really bullish if we open and close a daily candle. And this is the 3-day chart. But if we open and close a daily above 65, then we could be seeing much higher targets. But other than that, I expect a rejection even if we do get up to the $64,500 to $65,000 range. Let's take a look at, this is the funding rate. Our funding rate is favoring the bears. It is extremely high right now, so be cautious, guys. It's not to say it can't continue up, but it's saying be extremely cautious. We're looking at this as a rising channel. If we do come up, test the top in the very bullish case scenario, top of the channel is going to be around 73 to 74,000, depending on if and when we hit. Otherwise, if we break back down here, we break this bottom trend line, we could be looking as low as about a $33,000 to $34,000 Bitcoin. That is lining up with the 200 EMA. But again, as of right now, we're remaining above all the EMAs on the daily, so it is bullish looking, but just be really cautious. This is the wick-off method. We've been checking this out. And I said yesterday, if we closed above this trend line, I would get bullish. We did not. We closed below. Let's see how today's closes and see where we're at. Again, guys, we'll be taking a look at the Dow here right now. This is a 100-year trend line, guys. This is the monthly chart, and this is back from 1929. Let's zoom into the daily. As you can see, we had a touch here. We played around for a few weeks on it right here, and now we are at it again. Now let's look at, actually it played around for a few months right there. Let's go to the daily chart. We'll zoom in a little bit and take a look at what's going on. We did close above it yesterday. That could be bullish. Markets are open in about 4 minutes as of time doing this video, so it'll be open by the time you do it. Will we be able to remain above here and open and close today's daily above that? If we do, and that's going to be around the 33,143, 33,143, let's say 33,180 points. If we can open and close the daily above that, then I think the Dow could go much higher and it could get extremely bullish. But What I'm thinking, and I'm going to show you the DXY. The DXY has been rising. You guys know I'm bullish on the DXY. Unlike everybody else in every space, there is reason. And when the dollar rises, guys, everything else falls. Gold, silver, crypto, everything falls except the dollar when the markets crash. So anyways, let's see how this works out today. I do expect the Dow soon enough to have a major correction, if not a crash. Here's the dollar index. We're at 93.27, guys. We've been watching this fractal play out beautifully, just like it did back here in 2018. And remember, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. When the dollar is bullish, Bitcoin and everything else, every other market is bearish. You can see how we pumped over here. We're getting the same type thing over here. We broke out of this wedge. This is a beautiful fractal, guys. I'm bullish on the dollar for the next year or two. That doesn't mean it can't fluctuate. It doesn't mean it goes straight up, but I think it'll be a nice, slow, steady rise for the dollar for the next year or two. As you can see in the MACD, and this is the 3-day chart. As you can see in the MACD, same thing. It looks the identical. This fractal is also in the MACD, also in the RSI. Bullish on the dollar. Gold, you guys know we've had this target here forever around the 1647. We definitely look like we're headed there. If that breaks, guys, the gold is going much further down, so keep an eye on that level. We've had this chart since November. Our first target was 1736, and I had said if that broke, we'd go to 1647, which we're headed there now. And if that breaks, we go down to 1456, and if that breaks, well, we'll talk about that. Silver's headed down to our target between $20 and $21. We've had this forever also on this channel. EMA's super bearish here. But yeah, everything seems to be looking pretty damn bearish, guys. I would be extremely careful. If Bitcoin does get a pump, I think it'll be short-lived. And the reason being, I'll show you on the, this is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, its bottom trend line. Every time the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin is at or near its top. I think we're really close, if not there. Like I said, we could get a nice hard pump up and then just get a major rejection. That's usually how the tops end. So be aware of that. But there's also the possibility we could be topped. I'm not saying it is, but just be cautious, guys. I know everybody's really bullish. That's scary, especially how all the markets are looking right now combined. So just be careful. But it does, the dollar, when it touches this top trend line, then Bitcoin's usually bottomed out. As you can see, if I raise this up, dollar top, Bitcoin bottomed. Dollar top, Bitcoin bottomed. So keep an eye on that, guys. I will be looking in the next year or two up in here to buy a major hodl position in Bitcoin. But until then, I'm not too excited about buying something that looks like this. Let's put this in the weekly chart real quick. Guys, real investors, they don't buy up here unless they're planning on making it pump one more time and then dumping on you. This is not a buy me chart. That is not a buy me chart to me. Again, this is not financial advice. Make up your own mind, your own decisions. But as of right now, it's a risky spot if you want to play in Bitcoin. If you want to buy a hodl up here, I think you'll have a chance to buy much lower prices. And I'll talk about that. I'll make a video about that at some later date. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. She has a lot of cool stuff. There's a crypto section. She can put literally anything you want on any shirt, and it's quality stuff. It's not iron-on garbage, none of that stuff. Check it out if you haven't already. Links down below with the other affiliate links. And thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to click the CryptoSavvy logo above my head to get subscribed to the channel. Smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. And please, if you see the fake CryptoSavvy comments down below, and they're not highlighted, get rid of them. I'll never advise you to do anything or contact anyone or anything like that. So there's a lot of scams out here, guys. Be careful. Have a great day, and I will see you later.